coming at you from my hotel room, doing my very first live as Captain John. So I just want to jump in here for a few minutes, have a quick conversation. I'm at the end of my work day here, so just wanted to chat with everyone, see how everyone's doing. Got my sweet tea. See if a few people pop in here real quick. And there he is, little Everett Yoakum the Third. How you doing, man? Yodel-a-hee-hoo. Always with that yodeling, man. Always. Hey, Saddam. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. PJ de Guzman, your name is Captain John. Yep. Changed my name, man. I am no longer Trucker John. I'm now Captain John. Yeah, well, you're entitled to your opinion, PJ. You could just hit the unsubscribe button and I'll see you later, buddy. I don't need you here. What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. Saddam says, I hope you're doing good out there. Yeah, man. Yes, really. I'm living the life. I'll tell you that, man. I'm very happy. Johnson's Logic. Ahoy, Captain. How you doing, man? We need to have another conversation. We need to hook up sometime, man. Shannon, good evening, everyone. How you doing, Shannon? Ginger says, howdy. Yeah, Saddam, it's great. I loved Prime. I love trucking. I'm not going to go back on that. Like I said, I enjoyed that job. It's just, it's great to be home more often and also making a little bit more money. So that's what it's all about. Michael, do you miss over the road? Probably not. Michael, it's bittersweet. Over the road trucking was hands down probably one of the best jobs I ever had. It was fun. It was a very fun job. I really did enjoy it. I'm not hating on trucking at all. I have nothing but mad respect for all the truckers out there. It's just, I did it for a full year. I was gone from home for basically a year. I'd be gone for sometimes 2.5 months at a time, be home for only 2 days, and be back out on the road again. And it just got to be too much, Plus, this company I'm with right now, they are paying very well, so it just kind of sweetened the pot. Get to be home a lot more often and make more money. I mean, yeah, I couldn't pass up on that deal. So that's where I'm at with that. Joel says, how have you been? I'm doing good, man. I really am. Just finished my shift here today, and I'm just hanging out in the hotel. Joel says, I'm trying to get my CDL now. It's a good thing to have, man. It's one of those. It's one of these jobs that once you have that CDL, you're pretty much set, man. You're always going to have a job. Michael says different things for different people. Best thing is to be happy what you're doing. That's right. Yes, Michael. And driving buses does make me happy. So I'm excited to get into the big charter buses and do some trips and things like that and share my journey. John Delahite. Howdy, Captain John. How you doing, JD? JD from Texas, one of my biggest supporters right there, man. Appreciate you being here. Well, I can't read your name, but it says hello from Morocco. If you can, Mr. Morocco, type in your name in English so I can know who I'm talking to. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine says, hey, Dad. That's my daughter. What's up, Jasmine? Shannon says, I love this career. I'm assuming you're talking about the trucking career, yes? Yeah, it is a good job, Shannon. It really is. Like I said, it's definitely one of my favorites, and I'm not going to go back on that. Joel's asking, why didn't I stay over the road? Well, like I said, man, it was hard to be away from home for 2 months at a time. And the company I'm with now, I get to be home more often. And like I said, I get paid more money. It says it's Louis, but it's not my real name. Okay. Well, I'll call you Louis Morocco. I can't read the language that your name is written in. Sorry, buddy. Ginger says, I would love to drive charter buses for rock stars on tour. Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, I think the closest I come to that is professional sports teams. I haven't done a lot of those in the past, but my company does that. So you do get to meet a lot of famous people, sports players, but I'm not a sports person, so really I don't know who they are. I just know they're famous. That's right, Joel. Joel says family is everything. That's absolutely correct. And that's the number one motivation and the number one reason why I made my decisions. Michael says, David H. did a reaction video about your leaving Prime video. I'm not subscribed to David H. I know of David H. I've seen some of his videos, but yeah, hopefully it was a good reaction. I don't know. I don't know. If it's not a positive video, I probably won't go watch it because yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Michael says, thinking about going to Prime. I know you have good things to say about them. Is there anything I need to think about before doing it? I mean, if you're set, Michael, to go to trucking, Prime is an amazing company. They're a great starter company, and that's how I would treat it. You can have a career with Prime, absolutely. They are a great company. They're probably one of the best ones out there. But I'm saying that as a trucker who's only worked for Prime. I have not worked for any other companies. I don't know much about other companies. But I mean, how many Prime YouTubers are there? There's a lot of us. Well, I'm not one anymore, but there's a ton of them, and they all have a lot of good things to say. You're gonna have some negative people or negative comments out there about the Prime, but see. So says, I'm a city bus driver and I love it. It's exciting to see a YouTuber represent busing. It's a great career. Thanks, So. Yeah, and that's what it's all about. I've been in contact with James over at Motor Coach World and a few other K1 up in Sacramento. He's a city bus driver as well. If you want to go check out their channels. So yeah, I look forward to collaborating with them and sharing my journey here in the busing world. I know a lot of my followers right now are from trucking. And speaking of that, one thing I was really worried about, guys, with my channel here. Well, let me just say this first. My channel is a hobby. Okay, I've treated this channel as a hobby from the very beginning. It's just for fun. Okay, it's just for entertainment. It's for me. It's for my family. It's for my friends. Things like that. It just kind of grew into this little following. I'm not going to say I have a big channel, although I just passed the 3,000 subscriber threshold. So thank you all very much for that. What was that? Del High says, does Loki miss being on the road? I think he does, yes. Whenever I get the chance, I will get Loki, if you guys don't know, is my dog. I do try to get him in the car as much as possible so he can feel what it's like driving. But anyway, so going back to what I was saying, so yeah, I definitely want to share this journey. A lot of my trucking followers, I'm hoping they stick with me for me, who I am, not just because I was a trucker. And I think for the most part they have. When I first made my transition, I saw a little over 100 of my subscribers go away, which was a little sad, because I don't want you guys to go away. I would hope you guys are following me for me and my journey and my personality. It's not just about what I'm doing for work. But I understand that that's why a lot of people watch the channel, is because they want to know about trucking. And now that I'm not in trucking no more, well, they probably don't want to watch me and they want to move on. Like PJ says I have a stupid name. Well, that's okay. So yeah, we don't need you here. Unsubscribe, and that's fine with me. This is a positive channel. We're going to keep it that way. But with that said, since I came back to the motor coach world, and I've shared with a lot of the motor coach social media sites out there, especially on Facebook and here on YouTube, I've talked to a lot of the motor coach YouTubers, and everyone's been so supportive in the busing world. They've welcomed me with open arms, and I've seen my subscriber count. Everything I've lost because I made this transition, I've gained it back plus some. So I'm very happy with that. Like I said, I just passed the 3,000 subscriber threshold fairly quickly since I made this transition. I've been doing this for about 3 weeks now, about a month. And already I've gained a couple hundred subscribers just because of that from the motor coach world. So I'm very excited about that. Amy H says, hey, Captain John, how you doing? Be safe out there. Peace. Thanks, Amy. Amy H is definitely one of my biggest supporters. And I know Amy H is not in the trucking industry. She just watches because she likes me for who I am, and not just because I was a truck driver. And I know she's going to stick around for a while. Shannon says, I got to sleep. Got to drive soon. Huge blessings, Captain. Thanks, Shannon. Yeah, go get that rest. You're going to need it for that long drive you're about to do. Michael says, thank you for your positivity. That's what it's about, man. There's no point in being negative. I don't want to gain subscribers just off of drama. That's not me. I'd rather have a small channel, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers, and be positive, versus having 80, 90, 100,000 subscribers because I have a lot of drama and there's negativity. That's not for me. That's too much stress. I would rather not have all that many subscribers. Flatbed J, what's up, man? How you doing? Did you finish your full year at Prime Inc? I did, yes. For a couple reasons. Obviously, I didn't want to pay back the tuition, which was $5,000. And also, I had an obligation to Theo to make sure he was set before I left. So that was my two main reasons why I did stick out my entire year, because my company I'm with right now, man, they've been, for the last several months, have been trying to get me to come back. And they finally won. They finally got me. But I told them they had to wait until my contract was done. And they were cool with that. Johnson's Logic said, giant channel. You talking about your channel, Johnson Logic? Ross? Yeah, you're talking about your channel, right? Because your channel is bigger than mine, buddy. Amy says, a four-wheeler driver too. Yeah, you are. Peter Hoffman said, did you develop any bad habits while over the road? I don't know. I don't think so, Peter. I mean, as far as driving a bus from before, a year ago versus now, I don't think I picked up any bad habits. At least I don't think I did. I'm a very safe driver. Shannon says, I'll be sticking out with you, brother. I appreciate that, Shannon. I really do. It's going to be good things to come. Michelle Evie. Hey, how you doing, Michelle? One of my longtime subscribers there. Nice channel. I'm still at Prime. Also a solo lease op. Nice. Good for you, man. I don't think I've talked to you for a while, so I didn't even know you were already doing your own things. That's awesome. My year will be complete the day after Thanksgiving. I certainly can understand the family situation. God bless. Yeah, it's not for everyone, Michelle. And I mad props to these over-the-road truck drivers that with the family can do this for several years. I mean, look at JBG Travels. I talk to John, quite often, and he's got a family. I mean, his kids are already grown and in college now, and he's made this work for what? He's been doing this, 100 years? John Delahite says, are you allowed to video while driving? As in, like, live streaming? I might be able to, John, but I don't think I will. It's too much of a liability, and it's not really that safe. I would rather just have my GoPros all set up and record as I'm driving, then come back and edit the videos versus having a live. I personally just don't like doing it. Michael, so how much does Prime Company driver pay in terms of weekly take home? Well, Michael, it really depends on the driver. You can definitely make over $2,000 a week as a regular company driver, but man, you'd have to be working your butt off. And it's really hard to say how much you make in a week because it's always going to be different. Always different. 1 week you're only going to make $500. 1 week you're going to make $3,000. It just depends. When you're getting paid by the mile, and you have carryovers where the cutoff is Wednesday afternoon until the following Wednesday morning. That whole week is your pay period. Well, you may have started driving on Tuesday, and you might not get to your destination until Friday, so you're not going to get paid that trip for this week. It's going to be on the week after. So it's always going to be different. In trucking, the way you want to look at it is what do I make in a month? What's my monthly average? You don't want to do weekly because you're not going to like what you see. If you say you're only making $500 a week, then yeah, it's not worth it. But when you see that $3,000 paycheck in a week, you're like, hey, how come I can't always do that? Yeah, it's always all over the place. Michael said, glad you mentioned Theo. You still keep in contact with him? Yes, I'm really good friends with Theo. I talk to him at least once a week. If he's not too busy, I try to talk to him more often than that. But yes, still talk to him. Johnson's Logic says, no, sir. Think you've passed me up. Congratulations on 3K. Thanks, man. I thought you were over 3K too. If you guys haven't, go check out Johnson's Logic channel. He's an inspiration to me. So you need to go check him out. Ross over at Johnson's Logic. Amazing channel. Skulator. Hello, John. What's up, man? Another one of my longtime subscribers. Thanks for being here, buddy. So said, I've bbeen following you off and on over the past year. One of my favorite videos were you cooking videos. Will there be more in the future? Yeah, she's talking about the Cooking with Trucker John, where I would cook. I had cooking videos on my channel, me cooking on the truck. So no, unfortunately, I won't be doing that anymore. Only because we don't cook on the bus. The motor coaches, yeah, you don't really have time to, and there's really no reason to, because usually if we're on an overnight trip like what I'm doing now, they put you in a hotel like this, This particular hotel, the Hilton where I'm staying, they have a full kitchen. It's a suite, so I can cook my own food here, and I might do videos like that. But if it's a hotel where it doesn't have a kitchen, it's like a regular hotel, then most likely I will have to do like food reviews on wherever I eat out, something like that. But yeah, as far as me cooking, probably not going to happen, unfortunately. Skullter says, "Are you back with Prime?" No, Prime would never put me in the Hilton. Maybe the Ramada, but never the Hilton. No, I'm not with Prime. I'm not an over-the-road trucker anymore, Skullter. I came back to my old company driving motor coach buses. That's what I'm doing right now. Simplify, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for being here. It says, "Are you happier driving a bus than a truck? Do you have any plans going back to trucking as a career? Thank you for your videos." Yes and no. I am very happy with what I'm doing right now. Um, am I happier than driving the truck? I'm not going to say yes to that, only because I really enjoyed my job. Over the road trucking, like I said, is one of the best jobs I've ever had. It was a lot of fun. It was an amazing experience. I got to travel this entire country. I mean, you guys know, you've seen all my videos. You know, I went from New York to Maine to Florida to Washington State, California to, I mean, I went everywhere, right? And I documented that. I showed everything, and we had a great time. And I could never do that in busing. But I enjoy busing because there's more of a customer service feeling to it. For me, it's just a funner job as far as being able to go to different venues with the customers, and also the home time, which is the number one thing. And I can't stress enough. That was my number one reason for quitting over the road, is I just couldn't be gone for 2 to 2.5 months at a time, and then be only home for 2 or 3 days, and then do it all over again. I mean, even if you don't have a family, even if you don't have a wife or kid or whatever at home, that's tough. That's really hard to do, and it's only meant for a certain person, and this wasn't for me. Hey, there he is. No Hippie Trucking Transportation. Lyle, hey, thanks for being here, man. Another one of my inspirations. You guys go check out his channel. What brand of head glistening cream do you use? Yeah, it's I got a light right over my head, so very shiny. Thanks for noticing, buddy. Appreciate that. Eric says, "Hello, Captain John. I started watching you since you started Prime. I will continue this journey with you. Salutes." Thanks, man. And that's what it's all about. You know, it's about my journey and my experience and where am I going. You know, and this channel may turn into just me doing other stuff outside of busing a couple years from now. Who knows? You know, it's me. It's my personality and my journey, and I'm just taking you guys along for the ride. You know, and I'm gonna gain subscribers and lose subscribers based off what I'm doing. I totally understand that. Michelle says, "I watched Johnson's Logic and his growth to Landstar." Yeah, it's an amazing channel. He's a good guy, he really is. Flatbed J says, "Yep, I'm blaming JL for me wanting to leave Prime." It's all about the money, man. It really is. You know, I know Prime is all about the ink, but there's a lot of ink out there. It's a lot of money to be made out there. And like I said before, Prime is an amazing company. You can do a whole career with them, but Prime is a stepping stone company. You get your experience in there and you become the best you can be on their dime, and then you move on to somewhere where you can make, you know, a ton of money, whether it's with your own truck or with another company. Let's see, Amy said, "I think that person wanted to know bad habit like smoking or vaping." Oh, no, I gained a lot of weight, but as far as anything like that, no. I've never been a smoker or a vapor, so no. I definitely didn't learn anything like that on the truck. Just unhealthy habits as far as, you know, not eating right. Not that I wasn't eating right, just not getting enough exercise. I gained like 15 pounds over the road trucking, and trust me, I'm working that off right now. Saddam says, "Do you mind talking about money-wise and driving the bus and lifestyle you're going through and how often home?" Saddam said, Saddam, you know, just, I'll be blunt, I don't talk finances on my channel. It's just something I don't do. I will say a blanket salary, which is very common anywhere you go. I won't say what I make personally, because everyone's going to be different. You're going to have a different tax bracket. You're going to have different deductions. You know, everyone's going to be different. As a regular bus driver in California versus a regular bus driver in North Carolina or Idaho or somewhere else, it's going to be so different. It really depends who you are and where you are. But it is public knowledge, so I will say that in California, you can make anywhere from $80,000 to $100,000 if you're if you're on the right schedule, I guess you could say, depending what company you're with and what kind of work you're doing. I mean, you could do transit and probably make at least 50 or 60,000 a year, which is not bad, but you can make more in trucking. Yeah, it just depends, like I said, where you are. A lot of the tech companies up north, you could be making easy $40,000 to $100,000. Some of the charters, you should be making anywhere from 70 to 100,000, depending what you're doing, how long your trips are, cash tips, things like that. And across the board, though, with busing, you're home way more than trucking. Even with the cross-country tours that we would do, you're gone for 2-3 weeks at the most, and then you're back home. If you do local trips with schools and casinos and weddings and fun stuff like that, then you're home almost every night. Michael says, how did you get into what you are doing now? So Michael, I used to be a motor coach driver before I was in trucking. The COVID-19 pretty much shut everything down if it wasn't essential, right? So that included motor coach driving. Since then, obviously, it's come back and it's coming back really strong. We are very short-handed. We're hiring like crazy. I'm going to try and be a recruiter for this company at some point because we're just kind of mass hiring at this point because there's just so much work. But yeah, so that's why I'm now back bus driving. WC Champion 88 says, what do you miss about trucking? Driving, man. Yeah, some of those days were long, 10, 12-hour days, driving for 9 to 10 hours, and the stress that goes along with trying to find parking and dealing with crappy clients and things like that. Definitely just the drive, seeing the country and just seeing everything out there. That was the best part about it, and I do miss that. CG says, I drove for Schneider and was out for 2 weeks and then got to go home. I had 5 days off a month and was single, and I thought that was way too long to be away from home. Yeah, and I don't know, was that like a dedicated run or something, regional? Because all over 48 states, at least with Prime anyway. Okay, I don't know with Schneider. With Prime, there's no way you could be out for only 2 weeks and then go home for 5 days. Not going to happen. Unless you're an owner-operator or a lease operator. If you're a company driver, forget it. But if you lease your truck or own your truck, then that's different. You can make your own schedule. But I just don't know if Prime's going to pay you enough to make that worth it. You're going to have to work a little harder with Prime. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Thanks for being here, man. He says, hey, Captain John, you look happier. Yeah, I am, man. I'm very happy. I'm sitting here in the Hilton. So, I'm not sitting in my truck somewhere. Not that I didn't enjoy that. I do miss trucking, guys. And Paul, I loved my job. It was not a bad job. I just need to be home more often. That's all. Hey, Adam, how you doing? He says, what's up, Mr. John? How you doing, sir? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Saddam says, I understand. Sounds good. Thanks for the info. Yeah, no problem, man. If you want, Saddam, or anybody else, if you want like really detailed info, if you really want to know because you're trying to make career changes or you just want some ideas, shoot me an email, acharterlife@gmail.com. We'll exchange phone numbers. We'll have a conversation. I can give more info one-on-one. I just don't want to do it here where there's a lot of people watching. I don't want to be disrespectful to my company or anything or give too much personal information, if that makes sense. Flatbed J says, Captain, I started following you from your first video, and you've been humble the whole journey with Prime, and you're still the same way. I really appreciate you, big guy. Thanks, Flatbed J, and I hope you stick around. Even though you're trucking and I drive a bus, we can still get along. We'll still have fun together. It's all about the journey, so I appreciate that. Nevada Trucking and Chills. What's up, man? Another awesome channel. You guys make sure you go check them out. And that's one thing too. Even though I'm out of the trucking game, I'm driving a bus now. I still watch all these trucking channels. Kind of keeps me updated on everything. It says bringing home with me makes it the best. Yeah. Michael says, gotta go. Have a good night. Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay here that much longer. I just wanted to come in here and say hey real quick. It's been a while since I've done a live, and I want to say thanks to everyone for 3,000 subscribers, all 3,000 of you. It's amazing. It's gonna get better from here. Peter says, I know Hippie, poor John thought you were talking to him. I know you were referring to Ross. Forehead. Okay. Poor Ross. CG says it was everything east of Oklahoma and was over the road. Okay, so not all 48 states. So yeah, I can see that then. Yeah, that's kind of a regional, I guess. Everything, you said everything west or east? Everything east of Oklahoma. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's not a lot of miles to cover if you were to do the whole 48. Yeah, so yeah, I can see that, CJ, definitely. Or CG, sorry. Adam says, doing good, relaxing, watching college football and watching you. Nice. Very cool. PGND3R says, good luck with the new gig. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Storm Dog AU. Hey, John. Enjoy watching your videos. How much time do you spend editing, uploading content? Appreciate what you do. From Australia. Nice. One of my Australia buddies. Cool. Yeah, editing takes a long time, especially if it's a long video where I have a lot happening, like with drone footage and different time lapses or GoPros, my cell phone. You know, I add all this stuff to my laptop, which is a $200 laptop that crashes every time I try to upload a video. So it could take a long time, but I do it for you guys. Time-wise, I would say it could take anywhere from 3 to 8 hours, depending on how much editing I actually have to do. John says, you know, Peter, that crossed my mind too. Saddam says, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Saddam. Like I said, shoot me an email, man. We'll have a talk. Paul says, hey, can you get your CDL or drive trucks if you have a diabetes on insulin? I don't think so, Paul. I know you can drive with diabetes, but if you're insulin dependent, I would definitely talk to whichever carrier you're trying to get on with, but I think that might be a disqualifying factor from DOT, but definitely check with them. John Halgren says, hey there, sorry I was on the phone with Clutch Driver discussing his steps. Okay. That's all right, John. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Another one of my loyal supporters. He comments a lot and gives me a lot of good constructive criticism, so thanks, John. That's okay, man. It's okay, man. It's no big deal. It's all good. So, yeah, like I said, just came in here real quick to say thanks for 3,000 subscribers. If you guys have not already, if you look next to my subscribe button, there is a little thing that says join for as little as what's only $1 a month, 99 cents a month. You can become a member. You could be a scallywag and actually be a member of this channel and get a few little extra perks there. I'm going to start doing some dropping some videos early where only those guys get to see it first for like a few days before it drops for everyone else. Things like that. You get mentioned more in the comments. A couple cool perks for only $1 a month. If you guys want to check it out, it's also in the link below. You can just click on the link and it will go in the description box and click on the link. How many hours on average do you drive a day on a cross-country tour bus? Well, it's just like trucking. You only have so many hours you can drive in a day by DOT. Busing is a little less than trucking, though, I believe. You can only drive 10 hours a day. I could be wrong. We don't do too many cross-country trips, though. With the bus, we only have one bus right now going cross-country, and it's not even a tour. It's a bus with no passengers. It's like a mobile clinic, medical clinic kind of a thing. So I wouldn't really consider that a cross-country tour, even though you run cross-country. A lot of our stuff is all in the West. So, you know, Seattle, Washington, down to Los Angeles, California, Reno, Vegas, Arizona, Grand Canyon, that kind of stuff. We don't really go over the country like you would as a truck driver. Johnson's Logic, gotta run, be safe, everyone. Thanks for stopping by, Ross. Give me a call later, man. Appreciate you for being here. And we're about to hit 30 minutes, so I just want to again say thanks, everyone, for being here. Thanks for remaining a subscriber if you are, and I really appreciate that. So look forward to sharing my journey here. Look forward to uploading some really cool videos right now. I'm doing the Bus Test Express thing right now, which we're really short-handed. We're trying to hire a lot of people. So I'm going to stick with it a little bit longer. But I will be getting into those big motor coaches, doing some tours here pretty quick for you guys. And I'm really hoping this coming weekend I have something exciting planned. As long as everything falls through, I may be doing my first one, and it'll be a good one. So stick around for that. All right, guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. You all have a good night, and I will see you down the road.